okay for me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, anybody who wants to introduce yourself? Okay, you are completed SAP SD module and okay. So what is the reason? So you are looking for implementation project. So you already completed your SAP training, right?
Yes, I just took a SAP training.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have any
So,
questions in yeah, any questions about our implementation project? Anything on that?
yes.
Yeah. So yeah,
Means,
you can ask what kind of if you have any questions also you can raise this.
so in implementation from means end to end, is it end to end implementation?
Yes, yes. So that is what I'm going to give you the demo. So from starting to
Okay.
end, maybe this is for 45 minutes demo sessions. I will give you about the implementation project. So who is eligible to work in the project and what is the exposure you are going to get it after this complete end-to-end implementation project, and how you can able to update your profile. If you want to looking. So most of them, so they are already they wants to go for implementation project in maybe the same organization, or most of them they wants to switch over to the new organization also. So some of them they are a fresher, they wants to looking to update your career as a SAP consultant, right? So let me share my screen and so anybody have any questions? So before start our demo we can raise.
Sir, what is the prerequisite to learn SAP SD? And if somebody are not coming from not sales background, it is easy for them to learn.
Uh, See, actually, see this project, so the prerequisite to join this project, first you have to complete the basic training in any of the core modules, either
Okay,
MM or SD or FI. So then, so this project you can able to eligible to, implement the projects. So because
okay,
configuration, you should know the basic configurations.
okay,
Yeah. Uh, so then based on the configurations, so you have to start the project activate methodology. Initially we have the project preparation. So I'm going to explain about the step by step process. So then you can able to understand how
yeah.
the
About
implementation
SAP
process.
SD, basic thing I know because in Fujitsu, in my
Mhm.
company, already I
Okay.
have gone through the training because
Mhm.
I have to translate them to
Okay.
Japan team. Okay,
Mhm.
basic thing is already I've done, and I know how to create sales organization, distribution channel.
Yeah, yeah.
But
See,
the problem is that
yeah.
yes,
Go ahead, go ahead.
the problem is that
Mhm.
how can I remember all things in one go?
Okay, remember all the things means.
Just like the path and
Yeah,
C
yeah, yeah.
codes.
Okay. See, that is no need to remember any. Already we have every module. If you go to
Okay,
SAP, so we have like a material management means under that we have all the configurations. Same thing SD also. So
okay,
under the sales and distribution. So anyhow, so uh, you know, you can come to know all the configuration of your
okay,
sales and configuration about your pricing, configuration about your document type. So all the configuration will be there. No need to go one by one. Hmm?
okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Kishore. Yes, Kishore. You can go ahead. Yeah, Kishore. Yeah, hi, Kishore. So anybody have any questions? Maybe shall I start the demo session so that you can understand? So maybe this is the how the implementation project going to be going to be executed. So what are the roles and responsibilities?
Hello.
Yes, Kishore. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, it's audible now, right? Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
myself, Kishore, I'm from the SAP MM background. Just saw that invite from the LinkedIn, so I wanted to understand. Even I have experience only on ECC side. I don't have any experience on S4HANA, so even I
Mhm.
wanted to explore more from the end-to-end implementation point of view.
Okay, so you are into SAP ABAP.
SAP ABAP, I have around 7 years of experience into that
Okay. Mm-hmm.
as a lead, but I no experience on from S4HANA project oriented. So I
Okay.
completely jumped from ECC to SAP BTP without
Okay.
S4HANA. So I wanted to cover
Mm-hmm.
that getting gap.
Okay. So, okay, you want to learn SAP S4 HANA ABAP, right?
No, I have ABAP knowledge, but project experience end to end. So I have knowledge on SD, MM, and also
Okay.
like working as a techno functional, I can say. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to involve from end to end
Okay.
project to understand the activities in what is happening in S4 system actually
Mm-hmm.
compared to ECC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there any scope?
Yeah. So see here, actually, this is this project completely for our functional modules actually.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, figures all the MM, SD, FI, PP, PM. So functional module we are executing, but
Mhm.
technical module, yeah. So current project is not for technical modules. Yeah, maybe next project, when we start the technical module, I would let you know that. Hmm?
I can also involve as a SD consultant. I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
knowledge of SD
yeah,
also.
yeah, no problem.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks
Yeah.
so much.
Okay. So you can see my screen. So everyone can able to see my screen.
Yes, yes.
So you can able to connect with them. Okay. Okay. See first, yeah, this is I'm just going to start our demo sessions like. So what is this implementation project and who are all so who are all can okay. So here so we are going to help the freshers who already completed SAP training or who already in they are working in maybe TCS or Infosys, maybe 3 years 4 years they are working, and they couldn't able to get a job, I mean get a implementation project, right? So for them, so we are going to assist these implementation projects, all right? So generally what will happen, so most of them they already completed the training maybe in any one of the core modules like material management, sales and distribution, production planning, right? And the project system, plant maintenance, WM, EWM. So these are all the modules they have already completed the training. So but they wouldn't be able to get a job in SAP. So because we know that okay, we already completed the training. I have updated my CV and I posted in the job site also, right? In even LinkedIn also. But nobody is going to uh, you know consider my CV, right? So this is most of them they'll come to know. Okay, so I'm just past 6 months I'm trying, past 1 year I'm trying, and I couldn't able to switch over into my career as a SAP consultant. And some of them they are working as a different role. Maybe you are working as a testing role, or maybe you are working as a translations role, or maybe you are working as a you completed the training. So, but how we can able to get into SAP, right? So we knows everyone SAP is completely the you can say the world number one SAP ERP. So even wherever they are implementing the Oracle, so complete Middle East. So now they are going to be next to 10 years, the whole Middle East they are going to switch over from Oracle to SAP. So we know Oracle is the earlier Oracle is the number one, and most of the industry they have implemented Oracle ERP software, but now completely SAP ruling completely. Now there is a public cloud is concept is coming, and now all the companies, the small scale companies, every company they are switch over into SAP. Okay. So now we knows actually yes, I want to start our career, I have completed SAP training, so how I can able to get into SAP? So that is what everybody they have the questions. Maybe I updated last 1 year I'm into SAP, I couldn't able to get the call, I couldn't able to clear the technical round interview. But most of the interview they are asking, so do you have any end-to-end implementation projects, right? Let's say in India, so we know I mean in 20 I mean before 20 years before, right? So we are going to start our in India. So 20 years before SAP comes to India, and nobody's have any experience, right? So nobody have any experience, but still SAP they are expecting that if you have any implementation project, then they are going to recruit it. Let's say they have a, let's say they have 1,000 plus projects, right? So they need minimum, at least minimum they need 1,000 plus employee, but in market they have only 300 or less than 250 employees. But what happened, so everybody they couldn't able to get the exposure, right? So everybody they don't have any implementation project exposure. So why? So SAP they are expecting, right? SAP in the sense like suppose HUL is there, IBM implementing for Hindustan Unilever Limited, right? Example I'm telling. So now they need 50 consultant is required. So why then SAP they will expect people who have already minimum 3 year to 5 years experience. They are going to recruit it, right? So because they are going to charge the charge the big money from the client, right? Let's say every consultant they are going to charge minimum 5 lakhs, Maybe they will pay you for 50,000 or 60,000, but they will charge the big money. But in client side they cannot able to bluff it, right? So they need a a implementation consultant, but there is a shortages, but still they are expecting people should have already implementation experience. So what is the implementation experience? So that is what I'm going to explain you next 30 to 45 minute sessions. I'm going to explain you. And what is your role actually? See, in real time, if your IBM is recruiting, then you have the 3 years of experience and you are working maybe 2 to 3 projects, maybe implementation project, support project, you will get the exposure, right? So maybe next 3 years you are going to work it. But first we need to get the opportunity. You have to update your profile as an implementation consultant. So then you have to put maybe some project also in your profile. So then only the companies they are going to recruit you, right? So that is what everybody is going to do that. But how I can able to update my CV as a implementation project consultant? So how I can able to get the exposure, right? So without working, so if I want to you know drive a cycle, right? If you want to drive a bicycle, you should have the experience, right? So without have the experience, you cannot say I know the bike. So if somebody is asking, so you tell me how to drive the cycle, right? So basic question. So you cannot say, right? Yes, you cannot able to bluff it, right? In during the interview or during the real time also, when they are going to put you in the client locations and somebody is asking how to prepare the business blueprint, right? So we have to identify the business requirements, and you have to demonstrate the business process to customer. So this all the exposure is required, right? Simply you cannot put cheat yourself, I have implementation project experience and I need to update my CV as a SAP consultant. Somebody they will call you, right? But the implementation exposure is more important actually. So how this project, right, we are going to be executed, right? And what is your roles and responsibility here, right? So what is your roles and responsibility here? Let me approve someone who joined. Yeah, yeah, thank you who joined newly. Okay, so how you can able to get the exposure, right? So you want to drive a car, right? So how this we need minimum the driving license period, so you have to drive a demo car. So then only you can able to get the license, then you are authorized, right? You are a licensed consultant, right? So you can able to drive a car in the highways, right? So this is the rule actually. The same way SAP also, if you want to update your profile, if you have worked in a SAP implementation project, so then only your profile will be shortlisted, right? Then you first of all your profile should shortlisted. Second, you have to clear the interview also, and third one, you should able to deliver the implementation project in customer location, right? These three more important, correct? So anybody have any concern on that? So
No, thank you.
yeah, right. So first you should update, first you should have the exposure, right? How to drive a car. So that is the only thing we are going to we are going to teach you for the next 60 days for the implementation project. So this is not a demo project, so this is not a documentation project. So this is not only we are going to showcase and you are going to listen nothing. So here the complete exposure, right? You are going to drive the project, you are going to work as a consultant here. Okay, you are going to work as a consultant. So in this project, so not only for one module, right? So we have we have MM, we have, as I told you, we have MM, we have SD module, and we have FICO, right? We have PP module, so we have PM module. So right, so all the module consultant going to be joined here, right? So all the module consultant going to be joined here, and they are going to deliver their own roles actually. Okay, so they are going to deliver their roles actually, right? So I'm going to whatever I'm going to explain about this, the activate methodology, right? So this is like PMO activity, right? So this is the PMO side, they are going to follow. So phase by phase, what is your roles and responsibility, right? So let's say we have the discover phase. Okay, discover phase, what is the role? Okay, so this role, this is nothing but like how you have to drive a car. So okay, so all the and every phase by phase, so what is your roles and responsibility, right? And based on this, every deliverables you have to deliver it. So every deliverables you have to deliver to customer, right? So that might be the workshop, so the deliverables might be the configurations, the deliverable might be the functional specification, so the deliverable might be the testing. So that is what we are going to discuss, what are all the deliverables, right? So next to 60 days, right? Next to 60 days, so the day one, what you are going to work in the implementation project, so that you can get the exposure of the implementation project. So most of them we don't know, So what is implementation project, right? So because we don't know, we are not working in the implementation project, so what they will do as a consultant, what they will do, you can think, okay, myself as a fresher, maybe I'm working, 2 years I'm working as a support project, but I don't know in the implementation project what the consultant they deliver. Or some of them we can say that, I'm completed SAP training, maybe SD, FI, PP, MM, but I never worked in implementation projects. So how I can able to update my profile as an implementation consultant, right? So that is what we are going to see here actually, right? So before starting the project, right, before starting this activate methodology, maybe I can able to show you some, one of the project actually what they have executed. So every month, this is the previous project, the document which I'm going to show you here. So initially what we will do, so we will provide you the scope document. Okay. So initially we will provide you the scope document. The scope document is nothing but the complete client business process document. Okay. So maybe the client might be the construction company, or the client might be the pharmaceutical company, or the client might be the automotive divisions also. So now for all the module we are going to provide you the scope document. Okay. So suppose you can see here, so there are for all the module, so they have the scope documents. So this scope document is nothing but the current client business process. So in your module, suppose your SD module, what all the O2C process, right? What are the different type of sales process, right? So you have a stock sales, you have a service sales, and you have a consignment sales, you have a third party sales, and you have a cash sales, rush order. There are so many process. Let's say you have a 15 20, 20 process in SD module, but the client will not be implementing for all the 20 process, right? So there is a standard process, there is a customized process, so there is a integration of MM and SD process. So like that, there are various business process will be there. So here, so we will going to give you the scope document. Okay, this scope document is nothing but the business process. Okay, what is the business process, right? For MM, SD, FI, PP, MM, WM, EWM. So whatever the consultant you want to work in the implementation project, we will provide you the scope document. Okay, so maybe I can open you quickly what is the scope document. Let's start with one of the module. I'll open one of the scope document here. So let's say open one of the MO module, right? So here they will give you, so what are the business requirements, right? What are the org structure? So how many divisions? So they are going to implement this project, right? How many divisions? For example, they have a, they have catering divisions, they have fabrication divisions, they have they have a head office, they have heavy equipment, there is a transport divisions, there is an asphalt division, there is a quarry crusher division. Let's say there are 10 20 divisions, right? So what are the division they are going to execute this implementation project, right? So every divisions they have certain process, yes or no? So every division there is a certain process, right? So we need to follow. So what are the business process here? So let's say here that one second. Yeah. So here, so suppose they are discussing about like about the company desired group. So what are the divisions? What are the business units they have? So then what about the org structures, right? So they are going to explain about your your org structure and everything, right? So then you will come to know your master data. So what are the master data they are going to be implement? They will provide, okay, they have maybe currently they have the Oracle system, right? They will provide, okay, we have the material master, we have service master, we have info record, so right, we have the purchase master, so like that, and the vendor evaluation. So these are all the area. So there is a currently they have the as is document they will provide to you, right? The scope document is nothing but for each module they will give you the scope document as a consultant, right? Maybe you are a trainee or you are a consultant, so you will be working in the project and you are going to build the understanding the client requirement. So this is nothing but so this is nothing but we are going to this is the basic document actually. So first you have to understand this document, right? So that is what I'm just showing here for all the modules. So they are going to execute what all the business process, what all the master data, and what all the P2P process. So this document you have to understand, right? So once you have this, then we have to have a review session. So you need to demonstrate what all the process currently the company they are going to be executed, right? So we need to demonstrate the process. Okay, these are all the we have to next we have to deliver this to customer. So as per the discussion, as per the scope document, we have identified that these are all the process currently you have. So that we need to confirm with the customer. So that is the first deliverables, right? So now you are clear about that. Okay, in your PP module or your FICO module, so you identified what all the area, what all the sub modules, and what all the business process. So you have addressed. So this we need to confirm with the customer. So these are all the process we have identified from your business scope document. Okay, just I'm opening one of the document for all the module, so I can able to show you, right? So this is one of the first deliverable. So after that, what we will do, right? So once the scope documents you have prepared, so next what we will do, so we are going to prepare the BPML document. Okay, so what is BPML? So anybody have idea about BPML? So what is BPML?
Business blueprint, sir?
No, this is not business blueprint.
Okay.
So any idea what is BPML? Anybody?
Like,
Okay, yeah.
you are
So
asking the full form, sir?
yeah, so what is BPML? Not only full form. So what is this?
Yeah.
BPML. What purpose they are going to deliver these documents? What is the roles of your SAP consultant for BPML?
Yeah, business process master list. So it contains the exact mapping of the processes from each module,
Mm-hmm.
like as you are showing, like with the code, process
Hello.
code and all, like
Correct. So
what are the exact
yes, yes. So
map.
correct. So you said like BPML is nothing but business blueprint master list. Okay. So before you are going to prepare the blueprint, right? So we are going to prepare the BPML. So for all the module, so we have to identify what all the master data and what all the process, like a procurement point of view, what all the process, MRP point of view, what all the process, inventory management, what all the procurement process, and invoice point of view, what all the process. So now these process you have to already the scope document, as I told you. So every module we are going to provide the scope document based on the client requirements, right? So now you can understand, okay, these are all the process currently they have. So now we need to prepare as a BPML. Okay, so this BPML is nothing but business process master list. Master list means high level process. For example, they have explained about there is a asset process, right? There is a capex they are going to procure for the projects. So this is one of the B2B process, right? So then they are going to procure the stock material. So stock materials, why they are going to procure? There is a fabrications, there is a manufacturing divisions. So they are going to manufacture the fabrications. They have steel plates they need to purchase. So they need to purchase, there is a consumables, right? So these are all the stock items process also currently they have. So then, for example, there is a MRP, right? So they are going to procure the material through MRP. So this MRP, there are multiple ways, right? So with reference to projects or with reference to production planning or with yes, yes, go ahead.
Sir, can you show the SAP SD PPML document?
Yeah, yeah, I'll share with you. Okay.
Yeah.
So like that, we have all the modules. So high level process has to be. We need to. This is not this is based on the scope document, based on the client requirement. We need to. You cannot simply I know these are all the process I am going to implement in the client. Nobody will accept. Correct. So nobody will accept you what all the process maybe you are say that, okay, I know the consignment sales I want to implement in the project. Will they client will agree? No.
Sir, this process is mentioned in the scope of the business.
Yes, yes. In the scope document, they will mention. So currently we have these are all the process. Currently we have the subcontracting process. So we are going to procure the material. We are sending to the supplier for, let's say, production activity. There is a fabrication. So internally we are going to do the operation. Second operation we are going to send to the customer, vendor. So vendor is nothing but subcontractor who is going to receive our fabrication material. They are going to do the coating. So finally we are going to do the third operation in-house. So like that, you will come to know all the business requirements, right, in your scope document. So based on that, PP and MM side, you need to address, okay, this, yes, there is a fabrication manufacturing and they are going to procure the raw material and they are going to do the, operations they are going to manufacture in-house. So then they are going to send the material to the external, subcontractor. They are going to do the coating operations. So again, we are going to receive that material in-house. Then we are going to continue further process. So like that, so we need to we have the complete business requirements. So based on that, we need to address what are the process we are going to be implemented here. Okay, so that level that we need to prepare as the BPML. So this BPML, why we are going to prepare? Yes, these are all the in MO module, these are all the P2P process, these are all the inventory management, these are all the MRP related process going to be executed, right? So then SD module, same thing for SD module also, what are the O2C process, right? Everything they are going to go through the scope document only. So after the scope document, the BPML documents, what we will do? So next we are going to prepare the fit gap analysis. Okay. So what is fit gap analysis? So anybody know what is fit gap analysis?
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah,
Like
what is the
the
fit?
process.
Yeah. Yes.
So the things like the processes or the requirement shared by the client, which cannot be mapped into standard SAP, is considered as gap.
Yeah.
So for that gap, what solution are we as consultant we are suggesting is to be identified as fit gap.
Yeah, yeah. So, for example, let me open one of the module. Let's say for MO module, so they have prepared some sample fit gap analysis, right? So here they are going to. So for each and every process, so we need to. For example, there is a gap, there is a gap for the, asset procurement. Let's say they are going to execute the process for the capex procurement. So now we need to prepare such a PowerPoint presentations, and we need to specify what is the business requirements, right? And we need to execute about and what is the roles of the process, right? So when we are talking about any process, so what is the business requirements and what is the role, right? What is the who is the project manager, who is the finance manager? So we need to specify the role also. So then we have to execute the roles, and we have to design the the process flow diagram also, right? So we need to design the process flow diagram also, right? So now this fit gap analysis, we need to prepare it in a PowerPoint presentations. So we will share you all the sample template and how to prepare it, how to draw the flow diagram and everything. And once you prepare this, you need to demonstrate it to customer. Okay. So for all the modules, so this exposure, you have to do it here. So we are not going to do, okay, I prepared this, you copy paste this, or you keep it like that. It's not like that. So you have to prepare the fit gap analysis for all the module, all the process, right? So all the process. So what is the fit gap analysis, right? So you have to demonstrating this to customer. So customer will confirm you. So okay, you are telling that let's say you are there is a contract process is there, and you are telling based on the contract you are going to create the procurement, purchase order, or maybe you are going to do the services, then you are going to do the payment. So what happened currently? So they don't have any kind of standard practices. So they have the bond details, right? So every vendor, once they are receiving, they are going to give the order to the vendor as agreement, and they are going to get the bond details from the vendor. Okay, until and otherwise he is not submitted the bond, by either insurance bond or maybe the bank guarantee. So this bond details they have to receive from the supplier, contractor who is going to provide the services. So then they will maintain, okay, based on the contract there is a separate customization they have to maintain. They have to update the bank insurance bond when what is the validity period. So let's say the contract is for next 3 years, but they have given the bond it's for 1 year. So next year if it is expired, then we should not allow to do any services, right? So we should not allow to do any kind of service activity. So like that there is some gap. Just I'm telling one of the example. So like that for all the modules, so we need to address what is the gap. That also we need to demonstrating how you are going to address the gap, right? So what kind of enhancement you are going to do? Are you going to prepare separate app to maintain all the bond details? And once you maintain, then you are going to perform the services. You are going to validate this, right? How you are going to achieve this? So what kind of enhancement you are going to prepare? So that is, it will come next. We are going to come to the functional specification. So then we are going to do the development, then testing, that will come separately. But how you are going to convince your customer? So for every module there is a gaps. So we need to identify. So we will provide you gaps also the real time. So how you are going to address this, right? So definitely so this should be this exposure, we should know that. Okay, most of them I know how to create the sales order, I know the delivery invoice, and I know, but what is the gap actually? So gap is nothing but there is a business requirement which is not able to map it as per SAP standard practices. So we are going to design our own development, maybe the forms, or maybe we are going to design for the separate app, right? So this app which contains about the validations, we are going to maintain as per the example. There is a contract. Based on the contract, we are going to maintain the bond details, whether the bond, what is the is going, when this bond is issued, what is the start date and what is the expiry date, right? And all the information you have to capture, right? So then only the services, when they are going to perform the services, suppose the bond is expired, let's say for December 31st to 2023 is expired, then when it comes to the January 2024, there the vendor is performing the services without giving the bond guarantees, right? Bank guarantees, he is going to perform the services. We have to stop the system. Boss, you are not submitted your bond for 2024, first you submit your bond. So this control should be there in our SAP system, right? So we know now everything's automation, right? So we need to design our application accordingly. Just as a sample example I'm giving. So this is one of the gaps, not only one. So like all the modules, so we have the gap. So how you are going to address and how you are going to give the solution. So how you are going to prepare the technically, how in the functional specification, so how to link the, or how you can prepare the FS and everything. So there is a separate sessions is there, right? So next, so this we have discussed about the fit gap analysis. So after the fit gap analysis, what happens? So we are going to work for the business blueprint. Okay, what is business blueprint? So anybody can explain what is business blueprint, why this business blueprint is important for us, and what is the key deliverables in the blueprint? Anybody can explain about the BBP? Anyone can explain what is BBP? Okay, see the business blueprint, again this is more important, right? So before you are going to this business blueprint is nothing but our Bible, right? So we should define all the business requirements. So we have to understand what all the business unit we are going to implement the project. Let's say there is how many company codes, right? As I told you, there is a, let's say there is a construction project example, there is a fabrication industry, there is a asphalt manufacturing, there is a crusher manufacturing, there is a heavy equipment, there is a separate department, there is a transport separate department, there is a garage separate department, there is a catering right? So that is a separate department. So these are all the divisions, so we need to identify, right? So that as a org structure, right? As a org structure, so we have to address, okay, you tell me what all the org structure we are going to implement, and what all the company codes we are going to execute, and what all the profit center, what all the cost center, right? What all the sales are. So high level the organization structure has to be designed in your BBP. So after that, so next you can able to execute about then we have to specify about your master data. So every business process, right? Every business process, so we have to explain about what is the current process, what is the current business process, and what is the current business process, the flow diagram, and what is our SAP 2B process, right? So what is our SAP 2B process? So everything you have to prepare your what is the 2B process flow. So then what is the 2B process flow steps? For example, you are going to create the purchase requisition, right? So what type of purchase, what is the document type for this? Let's say for this is for the stock item procurement or service procurement. So when there is a a project, and the project level they need let's say there is a road construction projects, okay, they need equipment is required, right? There is a road heavy equipment is required for constructing the roads, right? So then we need, let's say I need 500 wages employees required to build the roads. So these are all the these are all the services point of view. Project team, they will say that I need 500 employees is required to for the 500 kilometers road construction, and I need 15 road equipment machines is required, I need this many trucks is required, and I need these all the raw materials required, right? So everything they are going to design in the project level. So now as a as a service procurement, so as a MM point of view, so you need to explain about the business requirement, okay, as a service point of view. When there is a construction project, so we need to get this because we don't have the construction company for 500 employee, they don't keep it as a permanent employee, right? So whenever there is a requirement, they are going to so they are going to, maybe there is a consultancy is there, so they are going to they are going to get the bulk as a contract basis, they are going to procure the employee, right? So like that, this is one of the services, right? So I'm going to consulting, I need the 500 300 employees for the road construction. So what is the cost? Okay, this is my budget. Okay, you give me for next 3 months, I need the employees. Okay, so based on the daily basis, they are going to pay, right? So the consulting company, they are going to pay. Let's say they are going to recruit like that 6 months project, they are going, the Dubai based company, they are going to recruit for, so Indian employees, they are going for the contract basis, right? So this is one of the services, right? And second, so we need, there is a heavy equipment, right? So we need a heavy equipment. Okay, so do you think that the heavy equipment I mean the machineries will be purchased? So the critical machineries, definitely yes, the construction company they have purchased, but the machine which is very rarely they are using, they will go for the rental basis, right? So they are going for the rental basis. So now again there is a separate services, the rental services, completely new business requirements. So we need to understand what is the so from which vendor they are going to procure, are they they are have to get the quotation from them, right? So that SD module, they are have to play the role here, right? So now they have to get the so we need to get the quotations, and then finally we are going to select what is the hourly basis they are going to charge it and everything. So then we are going to perform the services. This is for the second type of services, right? And what how they are going to booking the hours for the contract employee. So there is a timesheet they are going to book it. Let's say for today there are 250 employees they have involved in the road construction project for the 500 kilometers roads. So then they are going to do the services, right? They are going to punching in the system, and we have already there is agreement, there is a purchase order. Then they are going to punching the services. Based on that they are going to do the payment, right? So this is the service the type of service procurement. So like that for every module, so we need to identify what are all the business process, right? So that we need to design the business blueprint. So this business blueprint, which contains about so you have to explain about what is the current process and what is the to be business process, and you have to explain about what are the detailed steps, right? Every process you have to explain. So then what is the gaps, right? So you have to explain about the gaps. So if this process service procurement, if there is any gap, how you are going to address? Are you going to what kind of yeah, so these gaps will be identified by there is an enhancement, and there is a FS will be created. The FS number FS 1001 is created. So then you need to specify in your business blueprint, right? So this is the way we have to design your BPP, right? So for all the in BPML we have discussed what all the process. So for these process, so we are going to design in a business blueprint. So your org structure has to be designed, your master data, like for example material. So what all the different type of material going to be created? So let's say steel material, fabrication material, there is a construction based material. So there is a semi-finished material or finished material for the fabrications, for the production point of view. Like that we have to address, and what is the number ranges, what is the account category reference, what is the valuation class. Same thing for customer master, vendor master, asset master, work center, bill of material, routing. So everything you have to design. So this master data to be designed in your BVP, right? So then process. So as a MM point of view, what all the P2P process. As a SD point of view, what all the O2C process, we called as an order to cash, right? So what are the different type of sales? Maybe the material sales, or third party sales, or service sales, or consignment sales, or pipeline, or we have the rush order or cash sales. So whatever the process. So based on the scope document, as I told you initially, we have discussed there is a scope document. So based on the scope document, so we are going to prepare the BPML. So based on the BPML, so we are going to prepare the fit gap analysis. So based on the fit gap, so we are going to prepare the business blueprint. Okay, so this business blueprint also you are going to deliver it. So we are not going to do any copy paste here. So we are going to give you the template, how to prepare the BBP, how to do the flow diagrams, how to write the the process steps, how to write the gaps and analysis. So you will be getting the exposure here, right? So it's not like as in front of you I'm going to deliver the BBP and you are going to just see the screens. It's not like that, right? So for the next 60 days your roles will be, I'm just explaining the roles. Okay, what you will do after the fit gap analysis. So after that you have to prepare the business blueprint, and you have to, in the blueprint, I'm just explaining what all the key features, right? What all the key features, and what all the the step-by-step process you have to involve in the BBP. So you will get the exposure, and you have to demonstrate this to customer, right? So you have to demonstrate this to customer. So you will get the complete exposure. Like in IBM, the people who are working 2 to 3 years of exposure, they don't have the implementation project experience. So they will be working even 6 years, 7 years. People, they are working as a support project. So you can demonstrate, you can update your CV. Yes, I have worked in the implementation projects, right? The complete, you can tell I was involved in the BBP sessions. I have prepared the business blueprint. I have prepared the gaps. I have involved in the functional specification. I was involved in the RISE objects. So you can strongly tell yourself, yes, I have worked in the end-to-end implementation projects, right? So these 60 days, this is the blueprint is one of the most deliverables, right? So this will take real time what will happen, let's say for 1 year project. So minimum 2 to 3 months they will work for the BBP. Okay, so we are going to give you for the 2 weeks time. So we are going to give you the sessions and how to prepare the flow diagram, how to prepare the document first, right? And the reporting requirements and the gaps and everything. We are going to give you the proper training, and you are going to deliver this blueprint, right? So that's a 2 week sessions. You can able to deliver the, if you want to, if you are working in any implementation project, then you independent, you no need to depend on anyone. So directly you can able to design your BBP, and then you can able to demonstrating to the customer. So then you will get 100% exposure on the blueprint sessions, right? So this is one of the deliverables for the BVPs. This is most crucial, right? So after that, we are going to prepare the KDS. Okay, what is the KDS? So this is more important, right? Anybody, any idea about KDS? What is KDS? Anyone? So why KDS is required in the implementation projects? Okay, so this KDS is, for any implementation project, we have to design the KDS like org structure. Let's say company code RZ01, RZ02. Let's say we have a 10 company codes, right? So we need to design your codifications. Okay, so then you have to design your purchase organization. You have to design your plant. You have to design your storage location. You have to design your material type, business BP group, customer account group, vendor account group, right? And document type and the number ranges and pricing procedure. So all the KDS first you have to design. Okay, so then you have to do the configuration. So then only you have to do the further steps. So for all the modules, so we have the KDS, and you have to prepare the KDS first. Based on the blueprint, we have to prepare the KDS, and this KDS also has to be reviewed. Okay, so then only you can able to do the configuration. So you cannot simply create my plan will be 100 or my sales organization will be 001. You cannot, it will not be like that. So first you have to review. So let's say for company code RZ01. So what are, how many plants they have, how many sales organization they have, how many production unit plant they have. So everything you have to design. And what is the codification? What is the material type number ranges? What is the material type, the code should be, right? It should not be like is it ROH or something like that. So we have the proper codification. We have to design the number ranges and everything. Then only you have to do the configuration. So this exposure also you will be getting here. So currently what will happen? So we will directly do the configuration, right, without preparing any proper codification or preparing any KDS. But when it comes to implementation project, so you have to prepare the KDS. Okay, so this KDS is one of the deliverable documents. So you will get the exposure how to prepare the KDS and everything. Okay, so then we will go for the further deliverables, right? So we have the configuration document. So then we have the testing documents. So next I will just quickly I will go to this document. So then you will come to know now I think you'll come to know what are the deliverables. So I talk about scope document. I have talked about the BPML. So now phase by phase what are the deliverables as a consultant we are going to do in implementation projects, right? So as I told you, there is a discover phase. So this discover phase, we are going to discuss. So because mostly consultant they are going to involve here. So PMO point of view, they are going to address. So how many business unit they are going to implement and what are the high level process they are going to execute. So then you are going to involve in the preparation phase. So this preparation phase what we do, so we are going to address, yes, so let's say for 10 company codes we are going to be executed, and we are going to discuss about the kickoff meeting, right? So we are going to discuss about the client side, who is my MM core team user, who is my SD core team user, who is my PP core team user. So that discussions will be there. Okay, so that we have the sessions. So how these sessions will be and how you are going to communicate, right? So when there is any client, right, so there is a business team, there is a IT team, so then there is a consulting team, right? So now we have 3 set of team. So you cannot directly communicating to the business team, right? So business team, they have 50 years experience, 40 years experience, people will be working, right? So now there is IT team will be there. So they are going to schedule all the meeting, and you are going to demonstrate and you are going to deliver, based on the requirements. So once you completed the preparation phase, right? So then the scope document we have discussed, right? So based on the scope document, we are going to prepare the BPML and everything. So we know what is BPML, we know what is the scope document, in MM module, SD module, FI, PP and PM PS module, right? So next we are going to do the explore phase, right? So explore phase, what do we do? So here we are going to prepare the org structure, right? First we have to, yes, as per the scope document, so we have identified these are all the business unit we are going to be implemented. So you have to design your org structure for all the module, and you have to give a presentation to customer. You have to convince, yes, these are all the business unit we are going to be implemented, right? So then we are going to prepare the BBP. So we talk about the business blueprint, right? What are all the content, right? So whatever the process, let's say you identified, let's say for 25 process in MO module and 20 process in SD module, or 15 process in production planning module, 35 process in FICO module, example. So now all these process you need to prepare the business blueprint, right? So that business blueprint also we have seen, right? So there is a 2-week sessions, but in real time what will happen? So we have a minimum 2 to 3 months we have to deliver for the BBP. Okay, but here we are going to take it for the 2 weeks times we are going to take it for the BBP, and you are going to prepare the business blueprint. So then we are going to deliver this business blueprint. Okay, so once you get the business blueprint exposure, then as I told you, there is a RICEP objects, right? So anybody can explain what is RICEP objects? So WRICEF. So this is completely for the RICEP, like object. In when it comes to technical, so we have different type of objects, right? As a technical point of view, we know what forms, right? Forms is nothing but maybe smart form or SAP script form or ADAPI forms, right? So these three comes under forms. So W stands for workflow, R stands for reports, I stands for interfaces, C stands for conversion. Conversion is nothing but uploading your master data, and E stands for enhancement, right? As I told you, there is a gap. So how we are going to address? Through enhancements. F stands for forms. So suppose you want to create the purchase order form, or you want to create the sales order form, or you want to create the production order form. So this form you have to design. So you cannot design directly because we need technical module consultant. So you have to prepare the functional specification. You have to specify the tables. You have to specify the fields. You have to specify the logic in your functional specification. So then technical module consultant, they are going to design the form. They are going to write the coding. So then based on the purchase order, you can see the printout. Same thing, sales order, production order, even for check printing and everything, right? So after that, we are going to plan the data migration approach. Okay, what is data migration approach? So when we are going to implement any project, so we have to upload all your master data, right? For example, currently they are using Oracle system. They have 50,000 material they are using. So how you can able to upload into SAP, right? So we need all these 50,000 material to be uploaded in SAP, so that you can able to procure, so that you can sell the material, so that you can manufacture the material, so that you can issue the material to project, production, plant maintenance and everything. Yes or no? So we need to upload this material. Same thing like your business partner. Let's say there is a 5,000 vendors are there, or 2,000 supply customers are there, or maybe there is a 1,500 plus bill of materials are there, and 1,500 plus asset master is there. So these are all the master data has to be uploaded from your legacy system to your SAP S4 HANA system, right? So how you are going to upload it? So that is called data migrations. Okay, what is data migrations? So we have 50,000 records. How you are going to upload into our SAP system? So that is called LTMC. That is we called as a legacy data migration workbench. So how you are going to upload this data into our SAP S4HANA? So there is a separate sessions will be there. So there is a template will be, we have to download the master data template. So then you have to provide the test data to the customer. Then you have to receive all the data from customer. Then you have to upload it in your quality system, production system, right? So this exposure also we are going to provide. So somebody is asking, could you tell me that cutover activities? So we call it as a cutover activities. Any of the project if you are going to implement, so cutover activities is more important, right? So once you done the business blueprint, then we are going to do the configuration and testing of all the process. Then we are going to upload your master data for every module. If you talk about material management, so you have to upload your material master, you have to upload your vendor master, and you have to upload your stock, the service master. You have to upload your initial stock. All the stock also you have to bring from your Oracle system to SAP, right? So physically how much stock is there? So you cannot simply put it 6,000 quantity. You cannot put you cannot enter it as 60 quantity, right? So you have to same 600 you have to transfer from Oracle system to SAP also, right? So then we are going to so then we are going to prepare for the SD module, right? Let's say for MM there is an open purchase order. Let's say December till December month, how many purchase order they have created which is open, right? So this purchase order the vendor is not a deliver, right? So this purchase order the vendor is not delivered. So these PO we have to download from our Oracle system. Then we need to upload into SAP system. So this is for MM module I'm talking. Same thing like SD module, same thing like FICO module, same thing like a production planning module, same thing like warehouse management also, right? So this cutover activity is more important actually. Okay, that's sessions that exposure also you are going to get it in the implementation project. So you are going to download the template. You are going to testing the data, how to upload it. We are going to give you the training. finally you are going to get the data from customer and you are going to upload it. So how the real time they do the same exposure, you are also going to get it. Okay, so these cutover activities will be getting the exposure. So then next we are going for the realization phase. Okay, so this realization phase, what we do, so we are going to, we already done the blueprint, we have already done the configurations based on the KDS. So now we are going to do the testings, right? So we have the testing. So what are, there are, we have two different type of testing. Okay, one is for there is a functional consultant, right? Suppose you are a MM consultant or MM team or SD or FIPP. So you already done the configuration, right? You already done the configuration based on the business blueprint. So now let's say for you have a 25 process. For each and every 25 process, you have to prepare the test scripts and you have to execute the process. Then you have to update what is the document number you have created successfully. So these test scripts you have to prepare it, right? So once you have done the testing, so then we need to, so we have, there are three different way of testing is there. Okay, so one is for the the one is for the the individual module, right? So as I told you, so we already addressed the BPML process, so based on that we are going to prepare the testing. And second one, there is a cross module consultant. Okay, for example, so there is a manufacturing process, right? So there is a fabrication process manufacturing. So when the customer is giving the order, so then the customer, SD module, they are going to create the order, sales order. So then after that they are running the MRP. So PP module is involving to run the MRP. So then they have already created the bill of material and everything. So now based on the MRP, purchase requisition is created. So MM team, they are going to execute the process. So PR is created, then there is approval process, then purchase RFQ process, quotation, then they are going to create the purchase order. So then approval process of purchase. So these are all the process has to be executed. So after they are receiving the material, then they are going to issue to the production. So production team, they are going to execute the process. So after completion of the production, then SD module, they are going to deliver the goods. So this is called as a cross module integration testing. Okay, so this is one process. So same thing like a project system is there, same thing like for MM, same thing like we have a FICO model. So there is a asset procurement process, asset transfer process. So we need to address what all the integration process has to be configured, has to be tested, right? So this exposure also will be getting. So not only for your module, you are going to working with the closely, you are going to work with your cross module consultant. Maybe if you are a MM consultant, so you have to work with SD, PP and FI. And if you are a FI consultant, you will be working with the MM, SD and PP module. So like that, for all the cross module consultant will be closely, you have to execute the process and with a complete integration business process. So after completion of your your realization phase, then we are going for the deployment phase. Okay, so this deployment phase is nothing but cutover activities. So that is what I have explained now. Cutover activity is nothing but uploading your master data, uploading your transaction data in a sequential way. So what is the, so during the interview they will ask you, tell me what is your cutover activity. So you tell me what is the data you have uploaded first. So somebody will explain about you. Okay, suppose you are a FICO consultant, you will tell, yes, I have uploaded my customer opening balance, I have uploaded my vendor opening balance. So but first you have to because without have the exposure, so they'll easily identify whether you have worked in implementation project or not. So because first you have to upload your master data, right? Suppose you are working, you are a FICO consultant, your GL master has to be uploaded, and your vendor master has to be uploaded, and your customer master has to be uploaded, and your asset master has to be uploaded, and your bank master has to be uploaded. So then your opening balance, so vendor opening balance, GL opening balance, customer opening balance, asset opening balance. So like that, so I'm just telling for one module. So like that for MM, SD, PP, so all the modules, so we have to design your cutover activities. So then you need to, so you already designed the template, then you already testing this master data and transaction data and share the template to customer is provide the data. So then you have to upload your cutover activity. So again they will ask you where you have uploaded first, right? So we have a two different system. So quality system and production system, the mock rehearsal cutover activities is there. So which means, so whatever data they have given, so first you have to upload it whether the data is okay and everything. First you have to check within your quality system. So if customer is accepted, yes, this is the data we have uploaded. So then you can able to upload it into the production system. Okay, so that exposure and everything will be getting in the deployment phase, right? So what is the run phase? So in the run phase, we are going to execute for you are going to done the go live. Okay, so what is go live? So anybody can tell what is go live. So now till now whatever we have done, right? So this is for the go live purpose, right? So till now what happened, we have the we have worked on the scope documents, we have worked on the BBP, we have worked on the configuration, we have done the testing. So then we have uploaded all the master data cutover activity. So now next they have to punching the transaction, right? So what is the, so now all the master data is uploaded, right? So all the master data is uploaded, right? So all the master data so we have uploaded, like all the material master is uploaded, all the customer master is uploaded, all the vendor master is uploaded, asset master uploaded, and all the opening balance also uploaded, all the customer master, production master, right? Production order, customer, sales order and purchase order. So now every cutover activities point of view we have uploaded. So next what we will do, so now they have to punch the transaction. So now we have to make a go live. So with the whole team will be there, they are going to execute the business process successfully. So from the day one, let's say for Jan 1st to 2024 they are going to do go live. So from the day one, so they are going to punch all the transaction in your SAP S4 HANA, right? So here we will get some issues, right? So you whatever the RISE object we have developed, right? Maybe you have designed the purchase order printout or sales order printout or check printing printout. So they will say, okay, that is not printing correctly, you please check it out. So as a consultant, from functional and technical consultant, we have to rectify those issues also, and we are going to address as a ticket support issues. Okay, so this is also during the interview they will ask you what are the support issues you have received. Could you tell me what are the issues you have faced, and what are the issues which is more complicated which is you taken it's a critical support tickets, or you can say it's a complex issue which you have faced. So these are all the things also we are going to be addressed, and you are going to get the you are going to list out all the support tickets and everything, and these are all for the interview point of view, I'm telling, right? So like not only for implementation project and support related also we are going to address all the tickets and everything. So you are going to prepare it, and based on that you have to build your CV. Okay, so when somebody is asking about implementation projects, yes, I have worked in, you should not tell that okay I worked in a 60 days project, right? So you have to tell yes I have worked in a 6 months or implementation project. So this 60 days we are giving the whole 6 to 9 month project, we are going to give it in a 60 days. So within the 60 days you will come to know how the implementation project works. So here it is not anything as a documentation. So here everything you are going to deliver, you are going to prepare the document, you are going to do the configuration, and you are going to do the functional specification, and you are going to do the cutover activities, and you are going to upload all your master data. So like every deliverables done by as a consultant point of view, you are going to deliver it. Okay, so these are all the exposure. This is called as activate methodology deliverables. So from the day one what we need to do, and everything will be done by as a consultant point of view, you are going to work it in your module. Okay, so this is what I need to convey with you. And even I just show just explain about the project deliverables and everything. So we are going to, so more than 17 plus deliverables are here. So start with your scope document and everything. We have the share folder access. So all the document will be shared in the share folder, and as per the time frame we need to deliver it, right?
Sir, where this come into picture, sir, guided configuration and SAP best practices.
Yeah, so SAP best practices, it will come during the fit gap analysis, right? So there is a fit gap analysis, right? So here we will come to know all the best practices, right? So we will give you all the best practice for all the module wise. They will have the best practices. Let me open one sample best. Okay, there is a EWM best practices, right? So for the EWM side they have identified what all the best practices process. So everything they have downloaded. So you will get all the document here. So based on that only you are going to prepare the fit gap.
What about the guided configuration, sir? Is there any way?
Sorry?
Guided configuration is there, sir, for the activate methodology.
Yeah. So that is what our everything is here actually. You have that the complete process document, and you have the complete testing. So every process you have.
Yeah, that is the guided only. Okay.
Yeah. So I think this is what I'm trying to explain about the implementation project. Even the Accenture or IBM or TCS, if you are working as an implementation project, so this the day one you are going to get this exposure, and the complete exposure you are going to deliver here. So we are going to compress maybe 3 months, blueprint, we are going to keep it at 2 weeks time. And, maybe 1 month, 2 months configuration, we are going to keep it for 10 days. So we are going to deliver for all the deliverable for within our time frame.
Sir, once this project is completed,
Yeah.
are we able to see the result as same as real time?
That is what. So same. See, this is the already we have implemented, no, the same project, same document, everything you are going to deliver. The replication has to be done by you only. So nothing we are going to remove it. So let's say for your module, what is your module?
Finance project management.
Okay, so let's say for the finance module, you have to identify, let's say for 15 RISE objects, right? For this 15 RISE object, you have to prepare the functional specification. So we are going to give you the training how to write the functional specification for forms, reports, enhancement, interfaces, everything. You have to deliver the functional specification, right? So end of the day, in the real time, how maybe they taken one FS for 1 week. Maybe here you have to take it for within a week time. So we have to complete all the 10 triceps. Maybe this will take another 1 week also. You can deliver it. But end of the day, all the deliverables you are going to deliver within the key frame. So we are not going to skip it. Okay, no, this is not able to deliver here. So it's not like that. So that is what I'm just preparing all the folders. You will get it right. So from the day one. So all the deliverables, we have the share folder, you have to prepare it and you have to demonstrate and you have to update in the share folder also here.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
We get also exposure to ad hoc, LSMW, BAPI, bodies like
Yes,
that.
yes. So that is what we are called as, cutover activities, right? So during the cutover activities, so you will come to know, see nowadays BDC, most of them they are not using completely. SAP is coming to our LTMC. So we call it as a migration cockpit. Okay. So how we can able to, there is a separate transaction or separate app is there, how to download, create the project, how to assign your object. Maybe you are uploading your material master or you are uploading your vendor master. So you have to download the standard templates. So based on the template, you have to test data, right? You have to prepare the test data whether the object is working fine. Then you have to send this you have to send this cutover active this master data template to business. So business will give you the data. Let's say, as I told you, let's say 50,000 material, they will provide based on the material type, they will provide the data, then you have to upload it. So this complete exposure, you are going to get it as a cutover activities here.
Okay.
Okay, so I just I think I taken another 15 minutes extra. So I think I finished my demo here, and even I just mentioned the contact person also. I have I think some of them I have texted actually here the contact person name also. If you whoever is interested or whoever want to join for the November month project, so because we are going to start from then from Wednesday next week onwards they are going to start it, so you can able to connect Shrikant, or you can connect with Jaya also if you want to join with the current implementation project, so they will assist you. Okay, so if you have any concerns or anything, you can also call any one of the number, or you just update them if you are interested for maybe any module. Maybe you are might be a MM module or SD module, but technical module, so this project we are not recruiting only for functional module like MM, SD, FI, PP, PS, PM, WM, EWM, right? So these are all the module. If you are attending the interview, I mean if you are attending this demo sessions, so you can able to join for the November month projects. Okay, so I will share you this recorded session also. Maybe you guys, if you whoever is attended, so you just I will share you the demo. You can also go through once again whatever we have discussed for the 45 minutes demo sessions. So I hope the same deliverables as a consultant you are going to deliver it, right? If you have any doubts or anything, you can ask me. So we have another 5 more minutes, so then we can wind up.
When you want to bring,
So I've got a question for you, please. What is the duration of this training? That's my first question.
What is, sorry, what
The
is
duration. The duration.
duration? Yeah, I told you there is a 60 days, 2-month sessions actually, 60 days.
And when is it going to start?
Yeah, so this project is going to start from Wednesday. So next week Wednesday we are going to start it. The time is 9 p.m. IST.
9 p.m. IST.
IST, yes.
Okay, is it going to be every day?
Yes, so daily, so weekly 5 days. So we are going to connect daily, 1 to 1.5 hours. We are going to be connected daily. So we are going to give you the deliverables as I explained you as per the activate methodology. So the weekly basis we will give you the deliverables like the scope document, then fit gap analysis as I so all the 17, 18 plus deliverables. You have to deliver it. So we are going to give you the training and we are going to give you the sample template. So everything you have to prepare as a consultant, you are going to deliver this to the customer.
Okay. My last question, please. What's the cost? I was expecting you to tell us that.
Yeah, so cost, I think I'm not the right person actually. I'm coordinating the project actually. So you can just contact them, just text to them, so they will assist you on that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So anybody have any concerns or any questions, please raise. We will. I will share you this record. Yeah, I will share you this recorded session also.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
One
please.
question, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Hello.
I think some disturbance coming from you. Okay, this implementation project we are not going to do only for documentation. That is what the beginning I have told you. So this project, the day one, everything you are going to drive the project. So start with your scope document, preparation of your business blueprint, and the preparation of your KDS, and doing the configuration, right? So you have to do the configuration, and you have to do the testing, and you have to prepare so all the deliverable. It's not a documentation project. This is purely as a end-to-end the deliverables, the consultant what he do in the client side, the complete deliverables. So day one to till the go live, the complete deliverables will be done by you. So we are not going to give you any kind of a documentation project here. The 60 days, the day one to till end, you are going to execute the project. You are going to documentation in the sense some of the document you have to prepare it, which means it's not a documentation related projects. So you have to, because blueprint is a documentation, you have to prepare it, you have to present to customer, you have to get the signature, right? You have to get the approval signature also. So this is the document, yes, but where the configuration is completely done by you. So it's not, I'm not going to do the configuration for you. So you have to do the configuration, you have to do the testing, you have to prepare the functional specification. So everything you have to done it by you only. Okay. So yeah, thank you. So anybody have any other questions? So you can please raise. Yeah.
Sir, hello.
Yes, yes.
Sir, is this a project specific, means module specific related training, or for all
No, this is
modules will
for
be?
yeah. This is see, that is what implementation project. It will not be module specific actually. So this is when we do any implementation. So we need procurement, we need a sale. So all module people should be working in these projects. Okay. So we are going to in the same sessions. We are going to discuss with all the module. It's not like a MM one day, SD module another. It's not like that. So we have a daily sessions, weekly 5 days with all the module people will be there, and every module they have their own deliverables, right? We will going to guide you. We will going to train you. So based on the template, you have to deliver it.
Okay. Means, will you be providing this support tickets and all for EWM? I want EWM side.
Yeah, yeah. See, that is what.
Are there project will be
Yeah, that is what we discussed actually for all the modules. So we have the after the go live. So we are going to identify what are the support ticket issues, right? So every module you will get the support ticket issues, so which is related to your interview point of view, right? So in real time what all the support after the go live, what are the support, what are the issues you are facing and how you are going to rectify. So those support ticket for not only for EWM, for all the module. So we are going to discuss all the support related issues also. So this is going to helpful for the interview point of view.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. So I think I have already texted their number and everything. So please whoever is interested for the November month end-to-end implementation S4 HANA end-to-end implementation project for all the module, right? So this is for procurement, sales, finance, production, and the logistics, right? And even for WM, EWM also. Okay. So please connect.
Sir, this implementation is for the green implementation, sir, or it is a brown?
No, this is a greenfield only, right? So when the day one we are going to see is a fresh implementation, right? Greenfield is nothing but there is no any kind of SAP, right? So if it is a SAP, is there another division if you are implementing? We call it as a rollout project, right? So this is for the greenfield. The day one, we are going to working on the scope document, BPM. So that's what these are all the deliverables. Otherwise, you can directly, you can do the support related activities now. So here, so as a end-to-end implementation project, what the consultant they do the day one, so everything you are going to deliver it here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.